All right, guys, away we go. Bright sunshine. There's good stuff going back south on the freeway, but we'll see. Lots and lots of glare. All right, round the corner. Swing the visor over. Hey, buddy. Good to see you. No, it's live. It's live. Got out a little bit early, so I started a little bit early. Usually I go about 11 o'clock. But it is live, not Memorex for those of us old enough to remember that. And it's a lovely sunny day in Seattle, although it's still chilly. How are you doing, sir? That paper, I had it up there so I'd remember to take care of it. Once a year, I have to fill out paperwork to renew my P.O. box. We get a free P.O. box because we don't get mail delivery. So I got it last week when I picked up mail, and I had to put it up there to remember it was there. All right, now we're moving. Yeah, I bet you had a good time, but I bet you're ready to be done with it. Round the corner. One more turn and we're on the freeway. Put the visor back up where it belongs, and now we're ready to go. Idiot in a Tesla. Luckily, we have no shortage of those things in our area. Not just Teslas, but idiots of Teslas. Excuse me. take the collector distributor to get around traffic, I suppose. So that there isn't really any traffic over there. Hey, Izzy Pop, thanks for coming in, dear. Why not get over before you get out here, you idiot? All right, now we keep going. Should get a pretty good view of the mountain. I'll come here in just a second. There was like no traffic coming up here this morning because of that. Like stunned me how little traffic there was. I actually wound up getting up here almost an hour early. Hi, Karen. Thanks for coming in, honey. Hey, Tiger. Wow, 2 shows in one day. You must be bored today, bud. Yeah, a little bit of clouds, but there's the mountain. There we go. Now we got the roof set. Now we can go to pavement. Actually, things are going very well. Um, Theoretically, I had one day or one more time left after this for the stem cells, but they're so impressed with how well it's working, they've applied to do another 10 rounds. So when they elect insurance, will accept it because we're making such great progress after all this time. And by the end of it, we may be there. Because in the last 8 weeks, we've advanced substantially in getting this thing to minimize. So that's very exciting. It would be very nice to finally be done with this. The upper half is just about completely closed down, and there's no longer any undermines at all. Jogging? Yeah, yeah, that's the ticket. maybe taking up less space in one spot. But yes, I'm very excited. Well, at least we'd be able to get out more. I mean, having to take the knee scooter to do anything is a pain, but it's just easier to just stay home. So that would be exciting. That would be very exciting. To get the green light to just be able to walk on it. Hi, Lee. Cool. Thanks for coming in, bud. Appreciate you. Yeah, I'm first time I've felt optimistic about it in a long time. So you don't have an e-scooter. God, I thought everybody had one of those. Hey, Gary. Yep, on the way home now. E-scooter is definitely faster on getting around than a walker, crutches, or a wheelchair. So, well, you guys are getting all the crappy weather we had last week. It's all moved out that direction. Yeah, it's a bright sunny day, but it's still chilly out. That's good. Just take the front of my truck off. Thank you very much. Yeah, I bet she's gonna be busy with that for a week or so. When I first got the knee scooter in 2015, all the neighborhood kids were jealous. Wow. Yeah, I guess a lot of it Jamie has to do. There wasn't a whole lot you guys had to ship out, I guess. But you had a bunch of mugs to ship out. that's good. Just slam on the brakes, dude. Jesus. Yeah, that was a lot of fun, Billy. You guys nailed that. All right. In the exit lane. Yeah, there's a lot of traffic here. Cool. Yeah, I love it when a plan comes together. You spend all week planning and designing, and then everything pretty much comes off without a hitch till your video card went south. And even then, you kept it going. Yeah, that's not surprising. Just just getting the wheel built probably took quite a bit of time. Just getting it accurate and getting all the prizes nailed down. Yeah, yeah, but it was cool. It was fun. I think everybody had a good time. Kind of sad that some people took advantage of it, but they're out there. But it was a great celebration. Yeah, last big giveaway. Oh, you'll have to do it again when you hit 1 million subs. Well, what, you said you were 161 this morning? So it was August when you hit the 100K. So in another 4 months, you went up 60,000. You could make it. That's not beyond the realm of possibility. One hundred 14? Oh, okay. Yeah, but even at that rate, it's possible. One video can do it. One of your cows gives birth to a calf with a funny design on their face, and away you go. Yeah, you and me both, sir. I'm not that far behind you. Hopefully, hopefully we'll both still be here. Well, you've only got 3 years on me, so I'm not that far behind. Yep, that's how to solve it. We have a dinner date planned in 10 years. So, all right, guys, am I back? Am I still here, or do I need to reset? Sorry, phone call. Oh, cool. Okay, that kid knows that I do these live. And if he'd had a problem, I wouldn't have had a problem with the phone call. But he was just calling to tell me he couldn't get a hold of my son, who's the other boss, and he didn't have anything else to do, so he was going to go pick up parts and call it a day. It's like, fine, text me, dude. That's all you got to do. It doesn't matter if it's not on the schedule. Go. Like Tuesday mornings, inevitably at the doctor's office, I get a call from him. Are you busy? No, I'm at the doctor. Oh yeah, it's Tuesday. Jeepers. Anyway, yeah, we'll just plan for a dinner date. That'll solve the problem. The last one was fun, so we'll plan a new one. Hi, Lee. Finally, the colors have all popped, and they're really bright now. Up by us, most of the leaves have all blown down from the windstorms last week. Anyway, I've got to stop at the pharmacy and I got to stop at the grocery store on the way home. And I got to go home and cut that. I got to find. Shivy has this little bed set up in our editing program. It already has the intro and outro, short intro and short outro put in. And up until this point, I've been cutting the video and then leaving it for her to put it in the bed. And she swears up and down it's in there. It's a template, saved template, but I can't find it to save my life. So this afternoon, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to hunt for that template so I can embed this video and get it posted up. Because I know that there will be people that want to see what happens to these whispers. Yeah, Twizzlers, tripe, a hash brown patty, cactus, and chitlins. There's only one thing in that sounds edible, and that would be the hash brown patty. I know she likes tripe because she has it in her spa all the time. Well, not all the time, but anytime she has spa, she has tripe in her spa. So, whatever it is. there's a sign up here that says Chinook Pass next exit, and it gets closed every year about this time because they quit plowing the road, and that path going over the mountain is no longer available. Chinook Pass closed. There you go. And now you know. At least I know. You don't care. Unless you're planning a trip from here to Yakima, 6 months. This all used to be farmland out here to the right. Now it's all warehouse. And all to the left, for that matter, that's all warehouses now too. Yes, ours do that too. My very first Tibetan Spaniel was named Sabrina, and she used to run on a zip line in the backyard uh, that went from the deck all the way out to the far side of the fence and the far side of the yard. And after the Great Flood of 2009, when we lost all that property, they came back in and rebuilt it, and they planted a bunch of 3 foot tall birch and cedar trees. And one of them they planted was right in the middle of her zip line. So inevitably, at least twice every time she was out, I had to go out and untangle her out of the tree. Hi, Lucy. Thanks for coming in, dear. All right. That's better. At least now we're not getting blasted in the face by sunshine. The next few weeks, we're going to be doing the morning drive in the dark. At least it'll be starting in the dark. Although actually we've got I-15 pros, both Simi and I do. and they actually do night filming very well. So I have a feeling it's going to go pretty well. Around the corner and up the hill. Well, you're busy working on layout. You said that earlier, so I assumed that's what you're doing, but not a problem. It's just nice to have company on the drive. Although, as I've said before, even if you guys weren't here, I'd still be talking to myself. So, and as we come up into Bonnie Lake, with any luck, we'll get a decent view of Mount Rainier again. This really is my favorite part of living down here. And we've had enough snow up at the higher elevations now that the whole mountain is covered in snow again. Yep, that's a spectacular view. Yep, that's a mountain. Would be fun to do a live going up there. Although I've done some research and I got to start moving over. I got to hit the pharmacy. Um, we could probably do it through most of the drive to the park entrance, but from the research I've done, uh, they don't have much cell signal inside the park. So I suspect the best I could do is video it and release a video for it. Not that that would be bad, but it would be amazing. But then maybe go live in the few areas we do have signal. There's lots of cool stuff to see up there, and the drive up there is pretty amazing too. Would probably be a case of stay tuned, and as we drop away and come back, we just have to start lives over and over again. And that's one of the things that we could do once my foot is healed up. The mountain looks amazing today. How does the foot look? What are you asking? I thought we talked about the foot earlier. So yeah, the foot looks good. To the point where they're going to try and do another round of stem cells because we made such huge progress. Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. I thought you were here for that, Gary. I'm sorry. Um, it has gotten smaller. There is no more undermining. All the undermining's gone. The top half of it, the whole thing is only 1.3 centimeters tall or long by zero point 0.3 centimeters wide um, at this point, um, which is down substantially from when we started the stem cells. When we started the stem cells, we were 1.7 by 1.1. Uh, and it's gotten so much better while we've been doing the stem cells. Theoretically, my last round of stem cells would be next week, but they've asked for authorization to do another 10 rounds because we've advanced so far in the last 10 weeks, last 9 weeks, really, uh, than we have in the last year. So the doctor thinks that they will most likely approve it, and it kind of looks like this could be the end of having to deal with it. It may actually heal up this time, as long as I don't have any catastrophic problems. Last one being Dory got loose, and I ended up chasing her for 45 minutes on my foot. But now I've got the dogs are double harnessed, so they cannot get loose unless there was some catastrophic failure of their leash or both harnesses, which really couldn't happen. Um, we're hoping that before Christmas I'll be done. If it continues the way it's going, yeah, before Christmas I'll be done. For the longest time, it was uh, take 2 steps forward, take 3 steps back, and then I'd have some catastrophic problem, i.e., like the dog being loose, uh, or the time before that. Uh, I got caught out in a wicked rainstorm and it got wet, and it was 2 hours before I could change the dressing. And the fact that it got wet, all of the, for lack of a better term, all of the new meat got drenched and uh, basically bogged up. So that all had to be cut away. That's kind of what I mean by 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. Um, but yeah, this is the most advancement I've had since probably the first 3 months. Hi, Des. Thanks for coming in, dear. There's the other witch. Katie stuck us with Twizzlers, and Des stuck us with cactus. Hi, Ace. Sorry. What a dick. I was a foot and a half into the walkway. He easily could have walked around, but instead he complained. So I had to back up for him to be able to walk in the middle of the walkway instead of on the left side. I just don't understand. Yeah, I know you were hoping for Twizzlers, but Katie's the one that actually said it. There's Twizzlers in the air tonight. And then bam, it hits. Too funny. And I don't know if you guys actually got to see the look on her face when it happened, but it'll be in the post. I've got it cut. I don't know if I have a camera angle that was pointing directly at her face, but I still have some tweaking to do. But if one of the because our setup, you guys see the outgoing stuff. A dog's tail. Hey, buddy. Thanks for coming in. Um, yeah, you guys see what the program is, but I record on all 4 cameras at the same time. So if I've got a better angle from a different camera, I can grab that footage and stick it in. So if I've got a better angle that gives me the look on her face when it hit, I will definitely put it in the video. That was just terribly funny when it all went down. And I'm sure everybody that was watching got hysterical too. Hey, Vern. Oh, I'm sure everybody was dead. And then the tripe came up. Oh my God. Meds, pharmacy. Yeah, I love this pharmacy. They're great with their service. They always have what I need when I need it. Um, my only gripe, and they've got a texting service. I assume everybody has this, but they text you when your prescription's ready. But these guys, if I don't pick it up now, I won't. come out again until tomorrow or maybe Thursday, and I'll get a dozen texts between now and then. So the first text came in at 9 o'clock last night that it was ready, and I've had four since then this morning. Yeah, that's exactly. It was all the garbage hit at once on that wheel Sunday night. I mean, Sibby likes tripe. I can't stand it. I mean, it almost makes me ill to look at it. She has it in her pho all the time, or pho, whatever it is. And the dogs like it because she'll give them bites of the tripe out of her paw. But dogs will lick their butt, you know. We've got a beautiful sunny day, but it's still down in the 40s. Yeah, yeah, no. And chitlins, I love chicken livers, but beyond that, the rest of the organs, I'm not interested in. Uh, so the only thing that came up on that wheel Sunday night that was edible, in my opinion, was the hash brown patty. Chicken hearts taste okay, but I couldn't handle the texture because they're too rubbery. At least they are for me. It's like chewing on a Super Ball. And go ahead and ask. Yes, the answer is yes. Um, yeah, ramaki. I love ramaki. Again, though, that's chicken liver. Of course, when you put bacon on anything, it's delicious. For those that don't know, ramaki is oh great, now my CRS is kicking in. It's chicken liver, water chestnut wrapped in bacon and then broiled. Um, but yeah, no, I'm not interested in the rest of the insides, or technically it would be the outsides. All right, here we go, guys. I'm going to shut the mic off for a second, and I will be right back. Okay, we're back. That was kind of odd. There was a new sign in the window that said new regulations on rounding pennies, with the pennies being discontinued or retired, as they put it, in June 2025. This is how we're going to handle cash transactions. If it's 0 to 4 cents, it will be rounded up to the nickel when they give you back your change. So if it's 402, you will get back 405. If it's 7, 8, or 9, you will get back 410. And it's sad that they actually had to write that down and give examples, but only on cash transactions. Okay, I guess that works. Yep, exactly, Burn. No texting at the wheel. I don't either. My phone is set up on a hanger, on a mount that mounts off of my windshield directly to the left of my steering wheel and right at eye level, which is how I manage to read the text and still keep one eye on the road. But generally, I try hard not to text other than at stoplights and that kind of crap. But yes, I knew you were driving, and especially where you are driving at those kind of speeds. It's bad enough doing it at our speed, but when you get up to Autobahn speed, that's really dangerous. One hiccup and it's all over. Yeah, you can always do speech to text. Although that can cause some pretty funny auto-corrected texts too. All right, we got that done. Now we can go over to Safeway, and as those of you who have been here before know, I'm going to lose this signal when I pull up to the handicap spot at Safeway. So we are about done for the day. Um, as she says on Munchy Munchy Mafia, it's been fun with all our friends. Thank you all for being here and keeping me company. And you all have a great day, and I'll see some of you on Simon's Live tonight. All right, guys. Thank you, and I love you all, and we'll see you next week.